Peace, what's going on, tech and data nerds? I'm taking you guys behind the scenes right now of my apprenticeship program. Right now, I have an apprentice, Jamal, who wants to hire in as a data analyst. So we're working on a real project for a real company, and it's doing a nutritional food desert study. Okay. So the aim of this project is to visualize the concept of nutritional food deserts. All right. So it's going to focus on basically how accessible is nutritional food in a given area. All right, so let me show you guys what we're going to end with. And I always advocate from my, decade of experience being in data science. You guys always want to start with the end visualization before you get into any data wrangling or anything like that. Start with what you want to end with. All right. So at the end of this, what we want to have, right, there's this map essentially. We're using the latitude and longitude on our X and Y axis. And what you guys see is a scatter plot, right? And it's color coded. All right. So it goes from dark red all the way up into dark green. And dark red means it is the least nutritional, all the way up to dark green, where it is the most nutritional. All right. And what we've done is plotted, right? Like the average food nutritional score of given restaurants in our area, right? So again, the latitude and longitude is plotting where the restaurants are located, and then the color coded is, how nutritional is food in the area. And again, what we're trying to study is, what is the actual accessibility of nutritional food in a given area. All right. In the future, we'll also have an actual map of Georgia and Atlanta, and then again plot this again to just study how accessible is nutritional food. All right, right now this is dummy data. It's not real data. I'm going to take you guys through the data wrangling part because that's what Jamal's going to be doing. All right, so if you are in the role of a data analyst, I can tell you right now about 90% of your job is going to be wrangling or cleaning the data, getting it prepared, putting it into the visualization so that the data scientists or stakeholders will be able to have it to tell a story about what's actually happening. All right, so as of right now, what you guys see is this list of Python dictionaries. It really helps me like map out what the database structure should look like. And let me take you guys down to one of the ones that's actually populated. Um, okay, let's go down all the way to the bottom. Okay, so the place that I've started with to put in some information so Jamal understands what he's going to be doing is a place called Hop Dotty Burger Bar. All right, so I'm just going to take you guys through some of the fields that we're going to fill in. So we'll have an Atlanta place, a food place ID. We'll have a title, we'll have a slug field, we'll have categories, right? So that later on, as we're plotting the map, we can filter it in different ways. So we'll have the different categories that this food place falls into. All right, we have the latitude and longitude, which is very important, right? Because on our graph, that's how we are able to plot these points. So we definitely have to have the latitude and longitude. Let's go back down here. Okay. After the latitude and longitude, we have the average nutritional score. Okay, the average nutritional score is actually going to come from calculating the average of the nutritional scores of each menu item. All right, so we're going to have a menu items list for now. And each menu item, right, we have a title for it, and we have the number of calories. We have protein, carbs, fat, and then it actually has a nutritional score. All right, so in the future, we're going to have a function that is going to take in some inputs about the menu item, and then based on those inputs, it's going to output a nutrition score. All right, so Jamal won't have this for now. I'll work on creating a function for him, but his job is going to be at least going through each of the places. He'll get a list of places, all right, and he'll need to fill in the title and at least the calories. Now, if for some reason the menu has this information there, great, he can fill that in. Otherwise, I just want him to get started with just filling in the information like the title and the calories. All right. And in the background, I'll be working on creating a function that will give this a nutrition score. All right. So this, let me just show you some of the items that we filled in so far. So we have things like the truffle fries, the traditional hand cut fries here. Again, why this is helpful and useful is putting this in a database and visualizing this will even like show the types of foods that are even available in a given area. All right. In the future, we could even plot like, the types of foods that are served, in a given area, right? Like if there's just burgers and fries, how many different, salad places and whole vegetable type restaurants or food items are actually being offered, right? We could plot the type of foods that are offered in a given area, right? Those are some of the things that we're going to work on. Right now, this is just in a Python dictionary. What I'm going to work on in the background is a SQLite database that is going to store this information. And then in the future, this Jupyter notebook will just pull the information from the places. And I might actually create like a little mini application for Jamal where he can like actually input the information, or I'll just have a spreadsheet, which is like the simplest version of this. I'll probably give him a Google spreadsheet where he can just go in and fill in the information. So I'll probably do that and then have an app in the future. Okay, guys, so that's what we have going on right now for our our food nutrition desert. How do I say this? Our nutritional food desert study. All right. This is a real project. This is actually a part of the Atlanta Local. That's all I'm going to say for now. If you guys want to know more about how we're actually going to be partnering with Atlanta Local restaurants to present this information and work with them to create Atlanta Local specials where we'll offer a higher nutritional food option for some of their most popular food items, then be sure to lock in on the Atlanta Local. All right, I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.